Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to our second video in this short little series promoting our upcoming program in the fall, The Space Where Miracles Happen, Living and Learning from the Deeper Dimension of Life. And the middle topic in our 5-month series is going to be something I call Finding Your Mojo. And the middle one, we're not only going to have our normal video and Q&A and exploration of the topic in the group, you're also, as part of the program, going to automatically be enrolled in the 3-week version where we get together for an hour a day, Monday to Friday, for 3 weeks, exploring the topic in more depth. Now, what do I mean by finding your mojo? To be honest, I had first heard the word mojo in the Austin Powers movies, where if you haven't seen The Spy Who Shagged Me, somebody steals his mojo, and it's the source of his aliveness and his potency, and he has to get his mojo back, and that's the sort of device for much comic antic. But it's also a really good way of thinking about why we're sometimes so on it, so alive, so present, so confident, so we find things quite easy, and we almost surprise ourselves. There's a wonderful line where when Sir Laurence Olivier was considered the great actor of his generation, and Albert Finney, who many people know from, I think his first movie was Tom Jones, but he had an epic career, was his understudy in a Shakespeare play called Coriolanus. And there was a famous death scene where Olivier died by falling 12 feet off a tower. And when Albert Finney was going to step in for him, because Olivier was off to make a movie, he said, "Do you have any advice for me?" And Olivier said, "Do what I do, dear boy. Amaze yourself with your own daring." And that's mojo. It's a sort of it's natural, but it's almost not normal. It's preternatural. It's like beyond natural, where it's like, how can you be so confident here? Why aren't you more afraid? Why aren't you more freaked out? How can you just walk up to that person and talk to them? How can you just make that call? How can you just email these people? Well, it's because you've got your mojo. You are awake to yourself. You're in tune with yourself. In my language, you're being yourself. And when we are being ourselves, we do really well. I was teaching a group recently, and we were talking about waking up as a metaphor. Like, we all know what it is to physically wake up. But what is it to wake up to the spiritual dimension of life and the spiritual dimension of ourselves? And by spirit, I don't mean anything religious. I mean the invisible energy of life, literally the breath of life, spirit, inspire, expire, right? It is this energy that animates life. And when we allow ourselves to be fully animated with it, we feel a sense of confidence that we don't even necessarily think of as confidence, because we're not thinking of ourselves. We just are allowing this energy to rise up in us and fill us and move us. And we look out into the world, and instead of being compelled by our insecure or scary thinking that's telling us we've got to do this, or we can't do this, or if we do that, that might happen, we're just doing it. We're just there. We're quiet inside, even if we're really active and engaged on the outside with whatever it is that we're doing. And the difference between us and Austin Powers is nobody outside us stole our mojo, and we don't have to travel all over the world to find it. It's inside you now. It is you. And so there's something really amazing. And the reason that of all the topics we're going to be spending the most time exploring this one isn't because it's a difficult concept to get. It's because we don't care about the concept. We want to experience the reality of it for ourselves. We want to be ourselves across the board. We want to be able to live in that deeper feeling of confidence, but a natural confidence, nothing forced about it, no effort in it, no acting confident to feel confident. It is the confidence of a child who kind of doesn't know better. And so they're confident because it doesn't occur to them not to be. Well, that's what Mojo feels like. Other expressions for art in our culture, full of beans. Wow, you're full of beans today. I had a trainer who used to say, "Oh, you're pretty froggy today," and I had to ask him what he meant, and he said, "Like a frog, like you're just jumping really high." And that's what it feels like when we've got our mojo working, our inner magic. Another way people sometimes talk about mojo is charisma, but it's an effortless charisma. It's not a practiced charisma. It's not about how do I seem to be confident? How do I project confidence? It's literally, what is it like to live from this deep, connected up, alive, easy feeling of being ourselves? For me, I sometimes talk about it as it's a kind of a tingle on the inside and a twinkle in the eyes. You know, when somebody's got their mojo working, they have shining eyes. So I was saying I was doing a course, and we were talking about waking up and looking for a sort of a different way of talking about how do you know that you're awake, not just physically, but spiritually. And I came up with one phrase, but with two different emphases that really kind of speak to it. So you can kind of check this for yourself. So, you know, right now, are you here? Are you where your body is? Are you here with me and with whatever else is going on around you? Are you here? But the second version is, are you here? Is all of you here? Is the presence that you are here? So for me, when I try it on for myself, it's like, oh, I'm here, but I'm here. And the thing is, when you're here, you're going to do as well as it is possible to do with whatever you are taking on in the world, be that hanging out with your kids or your partner or your friends, or taking on some kind of a physical challenge, or kicking ass at work, or whatever it is you want to get done in the world. It's so much easier to do when you're here and you're here. As my friend Robert Holden says, if it feels like there's something missing in your life, it's probably you. And that you that sometimes seems to go missing is your mojo. And once you find your mojo, it gets easier and easier to find, and you get to spend more and more of your time living from it. So you can find out more about the program below. The link is michaelneill.org/miracles. Have fun, learn heaps, happy exploring, and I'll talk to you in the very next video.